The food that was never supposed to exist. Most people think instant noodles are just a cheap, quick meal, something students eat, something you cook when you're broke, something you forget the moment you finish it. But what if I told you? Instant noodles weren't created to be cheap. They were created to stop hunger during one of the darkest times in human history. And the man who invented them didn't just change food. He changed survival itself. And it all begins in a ruined country, where people were standing in long food lines just to stay alive. Japan. After the war, a nation on the edge of hunger. To understand instant noodles, you have to understand Japan after World War II. The country was in ruins, cities were destroyed, families were homeless, and food was extremely scarce. People would line up for hours just to get a small bowl of soup or a handful of bread. Hunger wasn't rare. It was normal. And in this chaos, a man named Momofuku Ando was walking through the streets of Osaka. Everywhere he looked, he saw suffering. But there was one image he could never forget. People standing in freezing cold, waiting for noodles, and that moment planted a question in his mind. A question that would later change the entire world. Why does food have to take so long when hunger comes instantly? But the answer to that question would take years of failure, isolation, and obsession. The man behind the idea, an ordinary life with an extraordinary mind. Momofuku Ando wasn't a scientist. He wasn't a chef. He wasn't even a businessman at first. He was just someone who refused to accept that hunger was unsolvable. He believed something simple. If people are hungry, food should come to them instantly. But believing something and creating it are two completely different things, and Ando was about to spend years proving that. The one-year obsession that changed everything. After the war, Ando started experimenting. He locked himself away. He tested different methods of preserving noodles. He boiled, dried, fried, and broke thousands of batches. Most of them failed. Some turned hard like stone. Some became soggy mush. Some smelled terrible. But he kept going, because he noticed something strange. When noodles were fried in hot oil, they became dry, but full of tiny air pockets. And when hot water touched them again, they came back to life. That was the breakthrough. But even then, it wasn't perfect yet. Something was still missing. Flavor, taste, satisfaction. Because fast food means nothing if nobody wants to eat it. The birth of chicken ramen, a breakthrough in a small shed. After endless testing, Ando finally created something new. He called it chicken ramen. It was simple. Dried noodles, seasoning powder, hot water, and wait just a few minutes. That's it. No cooking skills, no kitchen, no time wasted. But here's the shocking part. At first, nobody believed in it. People thought it was a joke. Why would anyone buy fake noodles when real noodles existed? Ando was rejected by companies, rejected by stores, rejected by investors. But he didn't stop because he believed something powerful. If people try it once, they will understand. And he was right. But the real explosion was still ahead. The moment everything changed, a simple bowl becomes a revolution. One day, a store agreed to sell it. Just one. And something unexpected happened. People bought it out completely. Then came more stores, then more cities, then the entire country. Because for the first time in history, a full meal could be made in 2 minutes. No fire, no chef, no waiting, just hot water. And suddenly, instant noodles weren't just food. They became free. Freedom for students, freedom for workers, freedom for anyone who didn't have time, money, or resources. But Ando still wasn't finished because he was about to create something even bigger, something that would turn instant noodles into a global empire. The second revolution, the cup that changed everything. Even though instant noodles were popular, there was still a problem. People needed a bowl, and not everyone had one. That's when Ando had another idea. A simple but genius idea. What if the container is part of the food? And that's how cup noodles were born. A sealed cup. Noodles inside. Seasoning already added. Just pour hot water and wait. No dishes, no mess, no effort, and this changed everything again. Because now instant noodles weren't just cheap food, they became portable survival food, emergency meals, travel food, student food, soldier food, even astronauts took it to space. Yes, space. Instant noodles left Earth. Think about that. A food invented in a small shed in Japan ended up floating in zero gravity. But the story still doesn't end here. The global explosion, how instant noodles took over the world. After cup noodles, the world changed forever. Instant noodles spread like wildfire. Every country adapted it. In Korea, spicy ramen culture exploded. In India, masala noodles became a household staple. In Indonesia, sweet and spicy versions appeared. In the US, quick lunch culture adopted it. In Africa, affordable survival food in many regions. And today, over 100 billion servings of instant noodles are eaten every year. That means almost every human on Earth eats them at least once a year. But here's the strange part. Even though everyone knows it's cheap food, nobody can stop eating it. Why? Because instant noodles are not just food anymore. They are emotion. The psychology behind instant noodles, why we crave it. There's something interesting about instant noodles. It's not just taste, it's memory. For many people, it was their first meal living alone, their survival food in tough times, their midnight comfort during stress, their student years in dorm rooms. It represents something deeper: independence, struggle, survival, comfort. That's why even today, when people become successful, they still go back to it. Not because they have to, but because it reminds them of where they came from. The hidden debate. Is instant noodles good or bad? Of course, not everything is perfect. Instant noodles have been criticized for high sodium levels, low nutrition, processed ingredients. But even with that, it never disappeared. Because its value was never about nutrition alone. It was about accessibility. It gave people something more important than health charts. It gave them food when they had nothing. And sometimes, that matters more than anything else. The loop from hunger to history. So now, let's go back to the beginning. A war-torn Japan. People standing in long food lines. A man watches hunger spread across a broken country and asking one simple question. Why does food have to take so long when hunger comes instantly? That question created an invention. That fed billions. That traveled into space. That built a global industry. And that still sits in kitchens, dorm rooms, and offices around the world. But here's the final question. If one man could turn a simple idea into a global survival food, what other everyday things around us are still waiting to be reinvented?